In a world, the year 2018, microphone has just one mission.
Wasn't Terminator Salvation based in 2018?
We're back! Hello everyone and welcome to the Bearded Geeks, the weekly grab bag of topics covering movies, comics, video games, TV in the year 2018, same year as Terminator Salvation. My name is Jags, I'm the Beard Master. With me today, my co-host Bobby Baxter, Patrick Brown. How you going? 2018.
Hey! The new year.
The year is 2018. Movie trailer voice guys here.
I think microphone's going to be our new guy.
Microphone.
Yeah. He's our guy that's going to play Captain Australia for sure. G'day, my name's Microphone.
I really stuffed up that mic test, didn't I?
Yeah, this all came about because Paddy fucking did a half burp halfway through saying microphone.
Usually we all say mic, and then you guys were like, microphone 3, microphone 2. And I was like,
Microphone.
I'll say mic. Oh, no, I'll follow these guys. I did it like, I'll be microphone 3. Don't know how it came out.
Say microthrone as well.
There we go.
Game of microthrones.
We're back. 2018. Had a nice little break.
Yeah, boy.
We'll have.
Everybody have a good Christmas.
Had a lovely Christmas.
Have a happy new year.
Yeah, had a pretty good New Year.
Pretty
pretty
medium.
Yeah, pretty basic one.
Hanging out with me on your back deck.
It was adequate.
Looking out the bedroom window at the fireworks. It's like, oh yeah, you can hear everyone else in the street partying.
How was your Christmas, Pat?
Yeah, good. Went to Bicheno for a bit. That was pretty good. Up the beach. It was pretty good weather, actually. I thought it was going to rain.
You got some great drone footage you were showing me the other day.
Yeah, it was fun. I brought the drone up there and took it around on the, Coles Bay Beach, which I was a bit wary about because people don't really like getting filmed, especially when they're in, swimming
Do they
around.
know what drones are in Bicheno?
People were pretty amazed. I was like, oh, wow.
That's a fucking weird looking bird.
What is that? And then I took it out in more of a secluded part on the rocks near the water, and got some really cool footage. That was fun. Made a little video out of it, but no, the trip was good. Saw some penguins. You just go down the track, you can see them walking past your feet. Little fairy penguins.
Just walk past like, hey, you going?
Yeah, that was good. Good trip.
What'd you get for Christmas? Anything good? That sweet esky sitting next to you, I'm ripping.
Yeah. Craiganator got me an esky.
He rolls around this afternoon with his giant fucking esky, and he walks in through the door. Oh, so heavy! Plonks it on the floor, opens it up, and there's got 2 cans in it.
I thought that'd be a good one.
And esky is a cooler in the US. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we call it an esky.
or in New Zealand, it's a chili bin, hey bro.
Chili bin. That's what they call it. Oh, that's awesome.
Bob, what'd you get for Christmas? Anything good?
I got a fucking awesome present from my wife. She got me this whiskey table, basically.
Yeah.
Like, I think she was in cahoots with my dad, and they went and found this old bit of furniture from an old secondhand place, and she took it out the shed and secretly over about a month just did up this awesome bit of furniture. And
It's like a drinks trolley.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
And I got all my fancy whiskeys. So, I think my family knew that was coming for me. So, basically, I got that and a shit ton of booze.
Hell yeah.
Awesome Christmas for me.
Nice.
I know where to come when I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
And you got a pool in the backyard now, too.
Yeah. We got a little cheapy Target pool for about $60 and took me fucking all day on Saturday to set that thing up. But I got there, or Sunday, I think I just set it up.
How long did it take to fill up?
Hours.
Hours. I'll put the sprinkler over the top of it.
I had the biggest fuck up too, because our backyard's on this slight incline. It's 10 degrees or something.
Oh, really?
It's pretty minimal, and I thought I'll get away with it. And all in the instruction manual, it's make sure the fucking ground's flat. Get an excavator and flatten it out. I'm like, fuck off. It's I'll be fine. And I'm sitting in the pool after 5 hours of filling the freaking thing up, and my body weight raises the level of the water to over the top of the thing, and then it just burst the fucking levee. Oh. Half of my backyard got flooded.
Oh, wow.
So then I ended up sitting in this defeated in this kind of half-filled pool for the rest of the afternoon because I'm not filling it again.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But it was worth it. Still,
Yeah.
I still loved wading around in there. The
Wicked.
afternoon. It was
Wicked. I had a pretty good Christmas. Kate and I went down to my mum and dad's down the west coast. Got pulled over by the cops on the way.
Nice.
Got a warning for speeding.
Ooh, lucky.
Paddy was in the back seat changing seats again. Like,
Yeah. No, it was really good. We did one of the forest walks up to Montezuma Falls, which is one of the highest waterfalls in Australia. I think it's like 104 meters.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it just rained like the day before and the night before, so there was heaps of water coming over. Yeah, it was like a 10-kilometer walk, but yeah, it was really good.
Yeah,
My brother and that was down from Brisbane and stuff. Yeah, it was really good. Barbecues and stuff, and sitting out in the back deck that night watching Die Hard on the couch, and yeah, it was fucking great.
Hard life.
Cans in hand, and yeah,
It's a Die Hard life.
the Die Hard life. Well, I watched Die Hard 3 times in the week.
Fucking is then, isn't it?
Yeah, I got some cool stuff. I got a cool handmade record trolley for my records that Kate bought me.
Oh, sick.
It was it's like this stainless steel fucking aluminum tubing fucking thing. You put all your records and shit in that in it, and she got me David Bowie, Bowie Legacy, double vinyl LP in that, which is pretty cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, so
I got Hales the Black Star. Is it Black Star?
Yeah, Black
Bowie?
Star,
Yeah, so we've been cranking that in the car the last couple of weeks. We went up to the Great Lake in the middle, right in the middle of Taz, for a couple of days after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year, and it was such a awesome drive up there through the mountain and stuff. But we got to the top and we hadn't listened to Bowie yet, and we grabbed that CD and chucked it in, and it was the perfect thing to suit the
The setting.
bleak, it's bleak, rough fucking terrain up there. It's crazy. It's it's stuff you've never seen before.
that's
It's
that's a long drive around the lake too.
yeah.
Mm.
And it's like being on an alien planet up there. I think just because it's so arid and high up, not much grows up
Yeah.
there.
It's like being on the fucking moon.
Yeah.
I've done that drive. Yeah.
Bowie could totally make, well, he can't now, but he would make a great film clip up there for that album.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's been a few weeks, boys. You watched anything good? Played anything good? Listened to anything good?
Yeah. Played the hell out of, the Doomsday Heist on GTA. You know that.
I thought we were over that. This is 2018, Pat. It's a new year.
That's all.
We're not talking about Grand Theft Auto this year.
That's basically all I've played. I haven't played any other games.
But you did all the heists.
I watched a good movie, Jungle, it's called. Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't talked about that yet, have
Yeah,
I?
is that good?
That was really good. I actually really, really like that movie.
Based on a true story, and it like a guy that's
Yeah.
lost in the forest or
Yeah, and they
rainforest
do
or
that
something
thing at
like
the
that.
end where they show the real photos and the real guy and what happened.
wicked.
and-
Oh, this is not
such
the
a-
one. I was picturing the one where he's like a dead
Swiss Army
corpse.
Man? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
No,
not
it's not
that
that
one.
I want to
Nah.
watch that.
Not that
looks
weird one.
fucking-
Yeah.
It's on Netty.
Netty.
Yeah.
Netty.
No, this one's great. It's a true story about a guy who's he just wants to go on a really good adventure, good holiday, and he's out. I'm not sure where. Yeah, and he just gets a tour guide, goes out. He wants to just explore the jungle and just see it all. And they find apparently this tour guide is the one who goes on tracks that no other basic tourists go on this way. They all go their way. This one goes deep into the forest where no one goes, and
So deep.
yeah, and the story goes on where he just, he eventually ends up on his own, gets lost, and he has to survive in the jungle on his own, try and survive. And it's he's fallen into quicksand and stuff. He's
This
trying to get out.
This sounds like a Patrick Brown film if I've ever heard one. doesn't
I
it?
love survival ones.
He loves the survival
Yeah.
stuff.
And he went,
Primitive technology.
yeah.
I was trying to think of the name of that.
He went full blown method acting with it, where he goes, he had to go on a crazy diet to get super thin because he just lost a bunch of weight. The real guy lost heaps of weight in the jungle.
Yeah.
By the end, he's bone, where you look at someone and they're just anorexically unhealthy, their arms are just sticks. That's what he got to, and I'm just amazed he was that dedicated. But
Christian Bale in The Machinist.
Yeah, yeah.
Where he lost all that weight.
like
That's
that.
fucked up.
That was
Yeah.
a really good movie though. Jungle. Yeah, you should look it up.
Yeah, right.
I
I
loved it.
watched Bright on Netflix with Will Smith and Joel Edgerton.
Mm.
It's worth a watch. It's not. I don't know. It tries to play these different sort of genres. It's sort of the dramatic cop movie, beat cops, getting an end of watch Training Day kind of thing.
Yep.
But then it's trying to be real sort of social commentary kind of flick in that, and a fantasy, sort of flick, because there's orcs and elves and and magic wands and shit, but, it's sort of... It doesn't gel together perfectly. Like, none of those... Like, it doesn't really excel... It doesn't really excel at being, like a procedural cop movie or a fantasy movie or, like, about social commentary. It does all of those things, like, okay, like, sort of half well, but, yeah, like, it's not a bad film. It got one really bad review. Like, I didn't mind it. Like,
lots of bad reviews, didn't it?
Yeah, I'd be interested to watch another one. I know there's a sequel coming, but... Yeah, I'll watch another one, definitely.
I'm kind of keen to check it out. I haven't had a chance to yet.
It is worth a watch.
Is it
worth a watch.
Is it because it's hard to kind of relate to? Because there's nothing else really like it. It's almost real life mixed with fantasy. And
the setting is that sort of like orcs and elves and fairies and that, they've all been living like together in the same world since like the dawn of time. There was like this Lord of the Rings kind of thing like 2,000 years ago. Like there was this Dark Lord or whatever, and the orcs made this decision to side with this Dark Lord. Anyway, they lost this war, but ever since, like, the orcs have been, looked upon, in a, frowned upon in a bad manner and stuff like that. It's sort of that sort of social integration and stuff. And Joel Edgerton plays... his name's Nick Jacoby, I think the orc's name is, but he's like the first like orc policeman, and everyone in the department's like, we don't want him here, we've only got him here because of like like a orc program kind of thing.
You know what this really sounds like? An edgy version of Zootopia.
Actually, yeah, right, yeah, I can see that, yeah, absolutely,
yeah. Love Zootopia.
That is a good movie.
I love it.
Officer Hops. It's a great movie. Yeah, it's worth a watch, definitely. I fucking watched Mother! Exclamation point.
Told you, didn't I?
And I had to turn it off.
Would you say it's the worst movie you've ever seen?
No, I've seen worse, but it didn't appeal to me. Like, I understood what the movie was trying to say and what it was trying to do, but I just wasn't having a bar of it. No. Like, I pushed myself. I got, the first sort of half hour, I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting, but weird. Okay, I'm sort of intrigued. And then I got to the halfway point, I'm like, okay. And then I got about 2/3 in, I'm like, I can't watch any more of this. It's probably got like 15, 20 minutes left, but I cannot get through
unbearable,
the rest of it.
isn't it? Yeah.
I fucking turned it off. I was like, I could have watched fucking Con Air again instead, but I had to watch that shit. I don't know. It's a real divisive sort of movie, but I normally into that sort of stuff. But yeah, just that didn't really appeal to me.
No.
Darren Aronofsky, I don't know. A lot of his films don't really sort of appeal to me. I love The Wrestler. I love that movie.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
I haven't seen The Fountain, but that's one movie I really want to watch. And I bought Black Swan about 6 years ago, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, Black Swan's good, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I might have to give that a go soon, but yeah. Anyway.
I got real angry with, what's that Jake Gyllenhaal movie that I watched on Christmas?
Oh, Enemy.
Oh, fuck, I got angry with that.
You didn't like it, did you?
I didn't like it. Well, I tried to like it, and then it just ended, and I was like, I just wasted my freaking afternoon on this fucking movie.
I hate those ones that end, like, and you have to think, like, they just, the open endings, they don't really end. That's a Lira.
It didn't go anywhere either. It's just meandered for fucking, like, 4.5 hours. And then just, like...
It's like a 90-minute movie.
It felt like it was a very long movie. And then I was just, and then it just ended with that freaking... thing in the corner, and I was like,
I loved it. I was like, yeah, I don't know, I really enjoyed that movie.
I got real angry with that. And then I looked online, I'm like, what have I missed? Like, I've missed something here, and I read it, I'm like, that's a freaking stretch. Like, if you're gonna make a movie about all that shit, then put it in the movie. Yeah.
Real quick, I also watched Manhunt, Unabomber, with what's his name? Sam Worthington and Paul Bettany. That was quite good, that show.
The first episode, yeah.
Yeah, first episode was quite good. When it got to the second episode, I was like, it sort of went down a bit, but then once it got to the third, it started to pick... It's only 8 episodes, so you can get through it pretty easily in that. But yeah, Paul Bettany in that show is really good. Plays Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Really great in that show. And because Patrick Brown kept dogging me,
yes,
I finally started to watch Black Mirror.
Nice.
And I watched the first episode, and then I watched another episode, and I'm like, why the fuck didn't I start watching this show like 12 months ago?
It's good, isn't it?
When I had the chance.
It's addictive.
I love it.
It's a heavy show, though.
Yeah.
Like, I did...
But it's my kind of heavy. I fucking like that kind of heavy.
Oh, you wait till you see what comes. There's some really good episodes. Yeah. I can't wait till you get through season 2 and 3.
Well, I watched 2 episodes of season 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into too much spoilers in that case you haven't seen it, but the White Bear episode where the woman, she wakes up and she doesn't know where she is or who she is, and everyone's just like following her, like filming her with their phones and shit. Yeah. That wasn't probably the best episode that I've seen. That was probably the least interesting episode that I watched, but it was still good. But yeah, my favorite episode so far was the final episode of season 1, the third episodes. Everyone has like, they're called grains, but they're like implanted behind your ears, and everything you see is recorded. So like if you've got one of these grains like installed, everything you see is recorded, and you've got like this little machine, this gizmo you carry in your pocket.
And it's
you
like
can
the
rewind
norm,
and and
everyone's got them.
Yeah, and just like watching that and what happens with like that device, like in that world, in that setting, I'm like, fuck, like if these things existed, everything in this is exactly what would happen. Like in this show. Like, everyone would just be, like, rewinding and
great.
Like, watching their old roots and stuff. And,
even just
like,
when
beating off to them and stuff. It's fucked.
Yeah. And when he just went through his security.
Recording all the beating off, too.
Yeah. Yeah. And didn't he say, like, there's one guy and he's like, oh, he just, like, keeps all the nights he slept with women and stuff. And he when he's just by himself, he'll rewind them in his head and watch them over and have a go at himself at it. But, like, even when they went to the airport security and they've got, like, the security are set up, so like, they read and they're like, can you just show us what you've done the last 24 hours? And they see what he's done so they can wind out the creeps, you know?
Yeah, like he's not a fucking bomber or something like that. Yeah.
And they're like, you have to do it before you go through security. That's pretty interesting.
And there's one person in that episode
security
that, like...
just, like, see all your wanks, too, then.
There's one woman in the show that, like, doesn't have one. And everyone's just, the people at the dinner table and that, you're like, oh, that's really brave. That's a brave choice. And there's one woman there, she's like, I could not do it. She's like, I can't live without it. And I'm like, oh, I hate technology, but I can't do without it. What's wrong with me?
All these people have had them since birth or something, haven't they? Or, well, it's been, it's like a new generation of them.
Yeah, they get implanted. And
it's the norm for them, you know.
But that was a fucking great episode.
It was really good.
That was really, really good episode.
I'm going to have to get back on that show.
Oh, bloody oath, mate. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Loved it.
So much
Can't
talk
recommend
about this new one too.
Black Mirror highly.
I binged season 4, like it's just come out. That season came out like a week and a half ago or something. Absolutely binged that, and it's still the first episode of that was my favorite, the Star Trek themed one.
USS Callister.
Oh, you got to watch that. That's the best.
I'm getting to it.
This is nearly like this new season has nearly blown up on my social media feed and stuff more than probably any show in the last 12 months. I reckon. Like. I
think it's a great idea for a show just to have, it's not an ongoing story. Every episode is
self-contained.
Its own. It's like watching a little 50-minute movie, and then you're done with it, and you go to watch another one. And it's like they're all, it's beautiful. I think it's a great idea.
I think we should all, once we've watched them all, we should do a Black Mirror episode.
We should.
Heavy spoiler and pick
favourite
it all apart. Yeah.
Do our favourites.
Yeah.
That sounds good. All right, stay tuned for that later in the year.
I'm in.
All right. So we might talk about the Bearded Geeks in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
We've got, thinking about 2018 and last year where we started the show and all the things we tried and how we felt after making through our first year. Well, not full year, but, our first year of the show. And yeah, we got some new ideas and that, and new things we want to try this year. So we're looking at bringing in some new segments. I've already got one in mind, definitely, but when we're going to sort of install that into the show, like, I'm not sure. I want it to be fully ready before I bring it out. I don't want to half-ass it. Drop the Beard, we're sort of putting on the back burner a bit. We're just going to bring that in sort of themed episodes. So, if we do like we did the Halloween episode, so it's a spooky episode, so we'll do Halloween themed songs. We might make it a bit more fun. And we'll just keep building that playlist and that as well. So it doesn't get too stale every week, just sort of recommending, like Skrillex every week or whatever the fuck Patrick recommends.
Bit of Scandroid.
Scandroid, yeah.
Android, that's right.
So we got some new segments in mind. We're looking at maybe doing some original content, sort of like new content on sort of different media platforms and stuff. Maybe do a bit of filming. Who knows?
Ooh.
Yeah, so we want to try some new things. We want to mix up the episodes a bit, and we were, as it's hard to get away from because the superhero genre is like so prevalent, like in the film and video game and TV industry at the moment. It's really hard to get away from, And we do like seeing all those movies, some of us more than others in the room, but, we're going to try and just, maybe push away from that a bit, like in regards to like topics and the news and that sort of thing. So we're going to try and like diversify the show and put a bit more variety into the show and mix it up a bit. So even if like for the news, I was thinking, we just pick a piece of media. So I'll pick some animation news and the piece of movie news, TV news, video game news, just to mix it up a bit, instead of being like, Ben Affleck, is he coming for Batman and Justice League and all the shit that we always talk about. But yeah, I just want to mix the show up a bit. So there are a lot of things in 2018 we're looking forward to, so yeah, we'll see how we go.
What do you want to hear news on?
Yeah, what do you want to hear news on? Like, suggest... I get a lot of people throwing some suggestions in that, and we have got a couple of suggestions in mind that we're doing episodes for. Maybe we're going to do one next week. But yeah, so if there's something you want to hear us talk about, I don't know, if you're into something and, even if we're not that well versed in it, you want to get our opinion on it for 15, 20 minutes or whatever, yeah, we can talk about it, I had someone recommend, wanted us to give our ideas on, DC animated films and that sort of thing, like Flashpoint Paradox and Dark Knight Returns and those sort of things. Yeah, we could do an episode on that, for sure. Or,
if something comes up and you're like, whoa, that's huge for me, throw it on our facey and maybe we'll have a chin wag about it.
I got a suggestion for remakes. Somebody said to me, what are some of your favourite and least favourite movie remakes and stuff? I'm like, we could do an episode on that for sure.
You could even talk about what you'd like to have remade if there were any.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Don't remake Point Break. Oh, wait.
That's what that was the worst.
That was a pretty bad... we tried to watch that, Pat, but we got about half hour, 40 minutes in, and we're like, it's Keanu.
They just shat all
Patrick,
over
where
it.
is he?
Paddy baby driving it. And
So, yeah, this year we're going to get Patrick to watch Baby Driver from start to finish.
High School Musical.
Fuck off.
Strap you down to a fucking chair.
We're going to Clockwork Orange you, Alex DeLarge. Get those eye drips going, keep those eyes moist.
High School fucking Musical. I'm just
He's dancing around and he's just singing and I don't know.
Oh, shut up.
Get fucked.
Yeah, if you have any suggestions for the show,
I'm still dirty on that.
alright, settle
I'll
down.
give it a chance one day.
We'll keep the show rolling. Keep the show rolling.
Sorry, I'm gonna.
So if you got any suggestions for the show, comment, DM us, whatever, let us know.
Sorry, I'm gonna launch across the room. Gonna deck him.
Hey!
I'll bloody deck ya! I'll get bloody Captain Australia on ya!
Captain Australia Day coming up.
Oh, here he is.
He's down at centre at the moment.
I'm just summoning him.
Someone crack a tinny in here, did they?
Alright, so no drop the beard this week, so let's move into the news.
Drop
do
the
it.
Weber shield.
Drop the news.
Drop the news.
Drop the news. So, first of all this week, according to Rick and Morty writer, fucking hell, I'm back. I've had 3 weeks off. Ryan Ridley, he's a writer on Rick and Morty. And according to him, he was quizzed about the show, season 4, what's going on with season 4. As far as he knows, there is no one, currently working on season 4 of Rick and Morty. And, going by that, in his eyes, we probably won't get any more episodes till probably late next year, so late 2019, at least. Because they're Dan and, Justin and that finished writing the episodes last November. So that was 12 plus months ago, and it's just they haven't started writing anything new yet for season 4.
They're busy guys too.
They are too, yeah, most definitely. I know Dan Harmon's I don't know if they're doing a community movie. There's still talks about a community movie,
Wow.
In the show, they're always 6 seasons in a movie.
Yeah.
I think they got to their 6 seasons, didn't they? 5 or 6 seasons.
I think so. I don't know. Yeah.
Favorite episode of season 3 of Rick and Morty, Bob? Pickle Rick.
I'm drawing a blank. I'm trying to remember what episodes there are. Nah. Man, I've had a baby. That seems like a lifetime ago. I watched that now.
Yeah, I quite like the Pickle Rick episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't really remember the others either myself. Oh, I like the on the Citadel and all the different Ricks and Mortys, like Rick and Morty where they're cops and whatever, and that was pretty cool. They were beat cops and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I've recently rewatched season 2. So it's all kind of blurring together with what's what. Yeah.
Love season 2. Bloody love it. Let's move on to some Game of Thrones news. Perk Pat's ears up.
Here we go.
So, as we heard rumoured, and that we had suspected as well, HBO has confirmed that we won't get the final 6 episodes of Game of Thrones until 2019.
Wow. Only 6 episodes. So.
Which is fine. The guys, the creators of the show, they want to take their time crafting the episodes because they want to make sure the finale delivers a spectacular and satisfying ending for the fans.
I'm happy to wait.
Which is fine with me.
Once it's done, it's done, so I'm happy to wait.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I'm still rewatching through all the seasons. Picked it up again like this last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we just started season 5, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Finished 4, so it started 5.
You getting up there? Yeah, for sure.
And
Are you
it's
gonna
second run through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to rewatch season 7 when you get to it as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, fuck yeah. I did too. I watched season 7, watched them all over again.
Me too.
1 to 6, and then watched 7 all over again.
It's such an easy rewatch. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it feels like a different show when you can watch it
Yeah.
day out, 3 or 4 episodes a night.
Yeah, and it's so refreshing. And like you said, because they're all, you can just watch it on demand, like the next episode. Straight after, you can understand more, can't you? Like,
yeah, I've just gotten past. I think it was season 4 where Tyrion had his trial, and I remember that playing out as it came out.
Episode.
That felt like it took forever when it was weekly. And I watched it the other night, and I was like, "Oh shit, we're at like the Mountain versus the Viper already." Like, felt like it happened in no time.
Yeah, I remember.
Oberyn Martell.
Yeah. Oh
It
man,
feels like that, doesn't it?
that scene still fucks with me.
Yeah.
Like that is so brutal. That,
You raped her. You murdered her. You killed her children.
Like, stop it. Walk away.
I know.
Get out of there.
He nearly had it.
And then he got that leg sweep, and it was all over.
Yeah.
Fucked.
You wouldn't be able to get him off you either.
He had the mountain on the run, and the mountain died, like, from that fight as well.
I
Yeah,
would
because
love
his
to
blade
see-
is
The
poisoned.
venom, yeah.
I'd love to see a behind the scenes of how they... No, actually, I don't know if I would. Of how they did that skull-crushing scene,
It
because...
was a prop head, wasn't it?
Jesus Christ, like, the thumbs were going in the eye sockets and everything. I was just like, fuck, that's rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And when he just rolls away, like, his shoulder rolls out of camera, and there's just this
Oh, yeah.
exploded head on the
A
ground.
mess.
Oh, my God.
Hot mess.
Hot mess.
Hot mess.
That was nuts. It left everyone in shock. Remember they had so many YouTube reaction videos go up after that?
I fucking hate reaction videos.
I like them one or two every now and
Fuck reaction videos.
Hales hit the nail on the head as well after we watched that, and we're like, the reason why it hurt so much to lose him as a character is because the show turned really bleak around that series. Like, we lost Tyrion being the fun one, and he kind of like slipped into this kind of, well, he's in prison the whole time and fucked up, and you know his face is fucked up, and Shay's fucked him over, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was no real fun characters in that season. And he was like the life of the party. Oberyn was like, you know, the guy who was going out and having sex with fucking anything with legs.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, throwing out little one-liners here and there, being funny, being like he just brought a bit of light to
A bit
the
of charm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he died, it was just like, well, there goes that. It's all fucking dark now from here on. So
Yeah.
It was pretty dark around that time. He was kind of like, even though he wasn't probably the most morally just character, he was the one who was really his main focus. He was after justice for like the murder of his wife and
That
his
was really
nieces and
interesting.
nephews.
and he
Yeah.
fucking nearly had it too.
And he did have it
yeah.
until he just got he
Yeah.
got too swept up with his revenge. He could have just left it. But anyway,
Excellent fucking writing for a TV show.
Yeah.
oh, absolutely. I don't know how these prequel shows are really going to hold a candle to this. Because they're not going to come back until 2019, this last season. It's only 6 episodes. They're probably going to be movie-length episodes. So at least 80 minutes, 80 to 90-minute episodes. Fuck
Awesome.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're really taking their time to make this show, this finale, the best that it can absolutely be, what other show could, like, prequel series could fucking hold a candle to this? Really?
Yeah.
Like, fuck all that. I'll just watch all this over and over again.
Well, they'll probably do what Game of Thrones did at the start and start slow because they didn't have much of a budget, did they, to begin with? And then
you progressively saw.
You could see
Yeah.
it.
You could see the money
You can.
being filtered into the show
like
as
as soon as the dragons
seasons
start.
went.
And, yeah.
You have a look at the Hound in
They'll do
season
that.
1 and then the Hound in season 5 or so. Like,
Yeah.
he looks completely different. Like, he looks so believable in the later seasons. In the first one, you're like, what the fuck are they
Yeah,
stuck
like
on
that
your
first
face?
episode, his face looked like fucking melted cheese. It was pretty full on in that pilot.
Yeah.
Fucking great show.
Yep.
Let's move on.
Let's.
So we got a bit of animation news here for everyone in the room. This
yeah.
will apply to you, Bobby Baxter. You're going to like this. Hulu have officially announced that they're rebooting Animaniacs.
Oh, sweet.
And they've put it down for 2 seasons, so they put in a 2-season order.
Double.
Spielberg is coming back to executive produce the
Beautiful.
series, and Pinky and the Brain will feature in every episode.
Hell yes, I'm down for this.
Nice.
Pat, were you a big Animaniacs guy? Did you like Animaniacs?
I wasn't huge on it, but I didn't mind it when it come on. I'd watch it. I wasn't. Yeah, I did like it though. Like
I was just every time Pinky and the Brain was on, I was like, boom, like what? Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Like they were fine. They were a bit much for me, but as soon as Pinky and the Brain come on, I'm like, fuck yes, Pinky and the Brain, give me that, give me that. I
I
love
had
it.
some really kind of under the radar jokes, like adult jokes in Animaniacs.
Didn't we talk about this the other night? New Year's
I feel
Eve.
like we might have, yeah.
The Prince.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's the
yeah,
Prince
yeah.
joke, and
Yeah.
they got away with a lot of shit. I think just the 90s being the 90s, they kind of swept a few things under the radar there. But yeah, I'm hoping that maybe they bring a bit of that back in, you know.
Well, it's going to be on a streaming service, so hopefully it'll still have a little bit of that edge in that to it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I reckon with the rise of things like Rick and Morty and stuff, like you probably are going to see a bit more.
You can push it a bit more, yeah.
in that area. Yeah,
Even though Rick and Morty and sort of Animaniacs are definitely apples and oranges. but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
And that's going to debut in 2020.
Cool.
oh, yeah,
So I look forward to that.
Is that Warner Brothers again? That
Yep.
doing that. Yeah.
So Warner Brothers in co-production with Emblem Entertainment.
Yep. Not fucking Nickelodeon, Patty.
Not Nickelodeon. Love Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I do.
So we got some great news here. The Witcher.
Ooh,
We all know The Witcher. It's
that
being...
TV show.
Shut up. Let me read it.
Patty's eyes have just turned yellow. He's like,
Oh, what?
His cat's eyes have popped out.
Hey.
So we all know The Witcher's being adapted into a television series for Netflix, right? We all know this. You know this?
I'm
You know
excited,
This?
yep.
Right, shut up. Right, we'll get into it.
bouncing in his fucking seat. Look.
All right. So recently, in the last few weeks, we've had a bit of concern brought up by some fans on Twitter. So we had one guy tweet. I hope they don't water down the harsh environment that were medieval times. The world of The Witcher is not a nice fantasy world where everyone is happy. Geralt as a voice of reason is fine. The world being a believable version of medieval Poland is important. So that's a fair enough concern. Like, we don't want a watered down, like, gummy bears, like, fantasy world. We don't want that. So in response to that tweet, we got Lauren S. Hissrich, who is one of the writers, a producer, and she is the showrunner for The Witcher. She responded to this tweet by saying, "There will be no watering down. I give you my word." And she posted a lot of pics of her.
Where did his concern come from? Was that just something that you just like, oh...
I don't know. I guess he's probably just a fan of the books and that as well.
Yeah, okay.
And, the books are probably all, like,
Modern
violent
TV
rapey
doesn't
and-
really do that now. It's edgier than it's fucking ever been. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And especially a Netflix series as well.
yeah, exactly.
I'd love to see like a good episode where they, like in the game you come across drowners and stuff like that, and then, they're so common around. But I'd just love to see a cool focused episode where it's like, he's just trying to get like a family's lost a child or something, and they're drowned. Like the drowners have got them or something like that, and he has to take one down. Or they could focus on creatures and stuff like that too.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be plenty
I'd
of
love
that as
to
well.
see
Like
stuff
in the
like
earlier
that.
episodes, I'm sure there'll be plenty of that as well. From my understanding, what they're saying is it's going to be Geralt and probably a bunch of the other characters sort of he runs into in the game and that as well. You know,
Yeah,
like
cool.
they sort of talk about this. I'm sort of paraphrasing, but this sort of, you know, strung together mismatch kind of family, you know, which like Geralt and like his whole posse and that, they're sort of just this one big family.
Yeah.
As long as they have Gwent, I need to tweet it.
Gwent.
We need to have Gwent
Oh, they'll
in
have to.
the show.
They
It's like walking through an inn
It's
and
a
someone
big
over in the
ad
back
for
is
And
playing
they're just
Gwent.
I reckon you'd die a happy man.
I would die a happy man. Geralt, the overarching bloody story is Geralt's gone in this Gwent tournament.
As far as I'm concerned with that that series, all they got to do is take the show The Last Kingdom and add monsters to it. That's the perfect Witcher show. You motherfuckers have to watch that show.
I know.
Do they have the
It's in my
romantic
watch
side
list.
too?
You
They've
have
like the
to watch
romantic side because Geralt is definitely, you know, he loves his ladies and he's a bit of a ladies' man, and they have a bit of that stuff they'll have in there, no doubt.
Plenty of that in Last Kingdom as well. Fucking watch it, Patrick.
She posted a lot of photos in that as well. So, you know, Boxing Day, she had a photo of a laptop, you know, with Word open. It was like she was coming up with the Witcher, like the show Bible. So everything they sort of like have to adhere
cool.
to. The stack of the books, she took a photo of stack of the books, you know, reference material and that. And she had the map of the world, the Sintra, I think it's called.
All right.
And she had all these particular locations like marked. I guess they want to visit on the show. But that image was deleted afterwards, but you know, like the internet, as soon as a photo goes up, it's, you know,
It's out
it's
there
everywhere.
forever.
It's out there forever.
All I really care about, I think, at the moment, I really hope they do good casting on Geralt. I just want him to be like, you know, spot on. That's the one thing, because you got to watch this guy for all the seasons to come. So
You know,
You
I
gotta
can
hope
say it
the
now.
casting's
It
good.
doesn't matter what happens. There's going to be something about the casting of Geralt you're not going to like. You're going to be like, oh, I wish they cast Will Smith.
no, get out. No,
And
as long as they do it
the
right.
show will come around and you'll be like,
Buddy Brown.
I don't know why everyone.
Who is your Witcher?
My Witcher. I told Brent already.
Oh, he's already got one.
I see perfect casting on either, you know, Jaime Lannister in Game of Thrones. He's like Geralt with a good beard. Like when he was captured in the show, he grew a good beard.
Oh,
He's
Jimmy
got the
Whispers.
same facial structure and nose like him. He's got that wolf kind of nose. He would be good. Who else did I have in mind? I can't
I
remember.
don't know.
He'd be
There was another one.
fine.
Just get fucking Mole cosplay. You know Mole cosplay?
That
Who
guy.
dresses up as Geralt all the time?
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
He is fucking outrageously like the best Geralt ever.
yeah.
Just fucking get that guy. Just get him to work on his... I think he's got like a Russian accent or something like that. Just get him to work on that. It'll be fine.
He has to have like pretty beefy too. Not too beefy, more ripped and, you know, like pretty much Geralt in the game.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, not too massive though.
No,
Geralt's
he's
not really
huge.
built too big though,
See,
is
the
he?
guy who leads in Last Kingdom reminds me, like, his face reminds me of Geralt, but his actual stature, like, he's quite a slim
Yeah.
dude who's quite wiry, but also, like, muscly as well. Like, yeah. Yeah, he's kind of got a very unique body shape, doesn't he, Geralt?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's very like he's got a good posture and that. Like he's
He's
very,
got a good posture.
but like because of his training, he's very what would you call it?
I wonder if the teens will like The Witcher. The teens. No, he's real trim, but he's ripped as fuck. Well, in the game anyway.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Patrick draws.
What about that
perfect
guy?
Adonises.
Oh no, I was just thinking. You know, you guys probably laugh at me for it. Another casting choice I just thought of top
Nicolas
of my head.
Cage.
Nah, you know that guy he's like the new Superman Clark Kent, but in the TV show, like that he used to be like in that Teen Wolf show.
No.
He's got that bone structure in his face, doesn't he? Like he's got that real kind of exotic and in the eyes and stuff.
We don't need a young man.
And
We
he's-
need a man.
He's not young though. He's got some age in him. He's not old. Like,
Just get John Hamm. John Hamm to play Geralt.
What about
Done.
that bloke
oh,
out
he
of...
can't be too old though, because you want seasons to come though.
Geralt's like 300 years old.
What about that big bloody tall bloke that was in True Blood? Not that True Blood fucking fell by the wayside. I actually enjoyed the early stuff, but
I think
that
he's a bit
big
long and
fucking-
lanky, dude. That he's a bit. I think
Yeah.
he'd be a bit
Nah,
too
you're
stretched
thinking
out.
You think of Alexander Skarsgård?
He played
Like
Tarzan.
the vampire?
Yeah.
He played Tarzan, didn't he? He did that Tarzan
He
movie.
got fucking ripped for Tarzan.
He was ripped for that.
Yeah, he was big for that.
He'd actually do a pretty good Geralt, but I don't know, his face is long. He's got a long head.
And he's Swedish as well, so he could probably slip
Yeah.
into that sort of Polish.
Yeah.
That's what
He's a
I
good
mean.
actor,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
Throw some scars and that on his face, give him a gravelly voice,
He'd be a
Yeah.
solid choice. He would, yeah.
give him a deck of Gwent cards.
Settle down over there.
although I do think when it's coming to True Blood, like his stature and his build would be good. That the guy you mentioned.
Yeah.
But then if he had like Bill's face, the other guy, the dark-haired guy, if he had his head, then that'd be Geralt. Because you look him up, he's got the
I
kind
could-
of
yeah, I could see
eyes
that,
and
yeah.
the
Okay.
facial structure and that of a Geralt.
Yeah.
But he's too short and he doesn't really have the build. But yeah.
I don't know. Let's throw it out there. Any Witcher fans out there, like,
Yeah.
your fan casting for Geralt.
Yeah, let us
Geralt
know.
of Rivia in The Witcher. Like,
Who's
let,
your
let us
Geralt?
know. Who's your pick? Who's your pick? Let us know. If it's definitely Will Smith, they could probably get it.
Nicolas Cage.
Just Will Smith's like, I'll just come in and I'll do my thing. I'll be Will Smith. And we're like, no, we need you to be Geralt. All right, let's
Do a
move
song
on.
for it too. Funky sound effect.
Witcher. I don't know. Na.
Getting witchy with it.
Getting witchy with it. That's it. There you go. Done. We've written it. Getting witchy with it.
Oh, no.
All right, let's move into our topic. First episode of 2018, we're getting witchy with it. We're going to write that song. It's going to be on the Drop the Beard playlist. First episode of 2018, we're going to look forward into the future. We got a lot of great releases in that coming out this year, so we're just going to talk about some of our most anticipated releases of the year 2018. I'm going to kick it off. First of all, I'm going to start this. One of my films I'm really looking forward to this year is Mission Impossible 6.
Yeah.
I love the Mission Impossible franchise.
I was going to say that.
Impossible franchise.
I love him. I love him.
Oh, I do too. Henry Cavill playing the bad guy with a big mustache.
Yeah, that'd be
We talked
good.
about that previously, but we're not going to mention what about
Yeah.
particularly. But yeah, Mission Impossible 6. That's one I'm really looking forward to. Take the little woman out to the movies on that. Buy some popcorn. Sit there and watch Tom Cruise do some ridiculous stunt that would have got anyone else killed. But he's Tom Cruise and he can get away with it.
I love his movies. I reckon he does really good.
Have you seen The Mummy?
No.
Why not?
That's the one. I don't know. That's the one I was a little iffy about. I will probably watch it when it comes out on like Blu-ray, but yeah.
It's been out Blu-ray for like 6 months.
Is it? Oh, well, there you go. That shows how much I'm interested in it.
Patrick's a Scientologist. That's why he's so.
Oh,
I don't even know what Scientologist
That's why
is.
he's so successful.
yeah, right, yeah.
He paid his way to the top.
But he's done Oblivion. He did what's the other one?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow, and like I love all the Mission Impossible movies, especially Mission Impossible 3. That was probably my favorite.
4's definitely my favourite, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but no, I just love him. He does a good job.
The one
Another
with the
movie-
Limp Bizkit song.
Oh, Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah,
That's the worst. That's the worst one. Whether in Sydney.
I'll say that's my favorite.
Is that when they tried to go a bit ridiculous with it? A bit
Yeah,
too
they're at
much?
Sydney and they go, I don't know, I think they like fly to Melbourne, go to the Melbourne Cup or something like that. I don't know.
Cup.
Yeah, I think they did.
I think they did.
There was like horse racing in there.
Gray Scott was the bad guy and whatever. And no one will have this. I'm really looking forward to Mute by Duncan Jones. Now, Duncan Jones previously directed Moon
Oh, okay.
with Sam Rockwell,
I'm in.
and his last
Alright.
movie was Warcraft.
Oh, what?
Oh, what?
Mute is
How did that
actually...
come from the same guy?
Yeah.
Shit.
he's actually a really big fan of Warcraft.
Right.
Mute is set in the same universe as Moon, and there's a rumor that Sam Rockwell is going to cameo in it as what's his name? I can't remember his first name. Bell, whatever his name is, Sam Bell, or whatever his name is in the
Yeah.
movie.
Okay.
He's going to there's going to be some cameo in it where he's just like returned from space, returned from the moon, like so it's going to tie into Moon. Alexander Skarsgård is actually in this movie. He plays a mute bartender whose partner goes missing. Now, I'm not sure whether they mean partner as in boyfriend, girlfriend, or actually business partner.
Right.
So he's like scouring the city looking for him. He gets like involved with gangsters and stuff and all this sort of shit. But it's a futuristic, sort of like noirish kind of, That's
Yeah.
what I'm actually looking forward to. I think
I'm
it's
down
going
for
to Netflix. I think.
Straight to Netty.
Yeah, I think it's
yeah.
a Netty movie. I
Yep.
think.
Yeah, cool.
I'm in.
I can't specify if that's true or not.
If that
but
drops
I
on
think-
Netflix, we should do like a night, like, a fucking popcorn night.
Let's do an audio commentary.
Ooh. We got to watch it first though, and then do a commentary again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We should do one of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And one more movie I'm looking forward to before I give someone else a turn. Absolutely. Pacific Rim Uprising. I just love me some fucking giant robots and kaiju. And actually, I really like John Boyega. Like, I like him
Yeah.
as Finn in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But if you've seen him in Attack the Block, that'd be your favourite thing you've seen him in. Because he's really fucking good in that movie. That is a really good movie.
Yeah.
Attack the Block. If you haven't seen that, you should definitely watch that.
I think I watched like the first half or first quarter or so.
And he fucking baby driving it.
No,
Yeah, baby driving it. Yeah.
no, I think I did
my
like
new
it.
Fucking term I'm pointing to you.
All right, one of mine. I might start with my superhero
Your
kind of
fucking
movies.
Treasure map of a list over there.
Yeah, I know. It's like a big
Fucking hell.
newspaper I've got here. No, yeah, I'll go with my I'll just mention my superhero themed ones for the year that I'm really looking forward to. So, Infinity War, obvious,
Absolutely.
massive. That I'm
Whatever.
I'm really pumped for that. I reckon that'd be good.
Whatever.
Deadpool, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
Deadpool 2. Yeah, I'm
Deadpool
keen
2.
for that. Yeah.
I'm definitely keen for that.
I'm excited for that.
And I know what you're going to say next.
Hellboy,
No. You meant to say Venom.
Venom's there. Yeah, definitely. I'm keen for Venom, but Hellboy, I'm really excited.
Yeah,
for.
I don't know if we're actually getting Hellboy at the end of this year or January. I know on
really?
this episode I said
Yeah.
we're getting it in January next year, but that may be
Oh,
different.
okay, yeah.
Maybe different for Australia because we're better than everyone else.
But yeah, Venom is. I'm really excited for Venom because that's just. I feel like I've been waiting for that since I was a kid. Like, that's one of those ones that it's just going to really pop out for me.
It's going to be shit.
Paddy, you got a bit of fucking what was it, like Reddit traction there the other day when you coloured
You
up
did.
Oh yeah,
that thingy?
I haven't checked that since. I have to have a look. Yeah, I put up a because there was that black and white kind of the 3D render that was released. Of
Yeah, there was like a sculpture leak or a 3D render of Venom, and they're like, "Is this the Venom for the new Venom movie?"
Yeah,
it's just the,
of what it will look
head
like.
design or whatever.
And then I thought because I was just generally really interested in what would he look like if he was in color. Like I want to know what he looks like and get a sense of it. So yeah, just photoshopped it, chucked some color on it, made him black. Got some reddish gums, and the tongue and everything.
Coloured up that tongue,
Yeah, and then just gave a bit of a sense of it. And then I just chucked it on Reddit, and
it blew up.
Did it? I haven't checked.
I don't know.
I'll have to have a look.
Fucking get on Reddit.
I think it got around a little bit.
Reddit's for losers.
Oh, I love Reddit. I love it. You got to get on it, mate.
Actually, I found a great video for you today. It's called, it's the 11 foot 8 inches bridge. And it's just like where, like, trucks are generally like 12 feet high. And it's just all these trucks going under bridges for like 10 minutes. And they're just like ripping the tops off the truck and shit. I was like, Pat would love this. I'm going to have to send it to him.
We used to have a bridge right next to our old uni that used to get that all the time. I reckon I'd come out maybe once a month out of school.
Yeah.
And there's a new truck just like fucking tops ripped off it. Just
Oh, no.
Montague Street Bridge in Melbourne. Any Melburnians out there will know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
It'd either flood in the rain,
Yeah.
and stupid ass people would like try to drive through the rain and get fucking halfway through, and the car would just go. Or it'll be the truck. It'll be hooning along at about 80 k's an hour and just tear the fucking top off.
Oh, jeez.
Shit. People are idiots.
Crazy.
Yep.
Mm.
Ooh, me. Okay. Wrong list. I'm gonna go. Annihilation is one that piqued my interest.
Absolutely. I've
What's that
definitely
one?
got that on my list.
I don't really know what that is. What's that one?
It's
New sci-fi.
It's written and directed by Alex Garland. His last movie was Ex Machina,
Oh, okay.
That's what really got my
Yeah.
My ears
Oh, I love
tingling.
that movie.
one of my favorite movies of 2014.
Yeah, same.
Or was it 2015?
Looks great. I'd be right up your alley, Paddy. Like,
Yeah.
it's basically like this weird little biome jungle thing that's
Like
growing
this sort of shimmery like bubble anomaly has just appeared like in the world,
Oh, right.
and Natalie Portman's in it, and Oscar Isaac and shit, and her husband, he's some sort of scientist or biologist or whatever, and they send him through and into it to find out what it is. Anyway, they get him back, or they go in and find him. He's in some sort of coma or whatever, and his wife, played by Natalie Portman, she's some sort of scientist or whatever in that as well. And there's a team, they go in to try to find out what this thing actually is and what's happened to her husband, and if they can, like, you know, resuscitate him, you know, bring him out of his coma or whatever. And there's something, well, by the look of the trailer, there's something or some things in this anomaly, this bubble.
Yeah.
Like some kind of evolutionary fucking missteps happen, and
nice.
there's some nasty shit in there.
Yeah.
It basically kind of looks like somewhere between if you mismatched Arrival, Avatar, and Alien together.
Yeah, nice.
There's a few shots in the trailer that look like they're straight out of Alien movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll watch that.
I'm definitely keen on that. What else is on here? Incredibles 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got that on my list
I
too.
never thought I would be in for a sequel to Incredibles, because I thought it was just such a good,
Oh, what more?
like, it's a great movie. But as long as they've got Brad Bird directing it again, and I mean the footage that's out there looks fucking pretty good.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Actually, dude, one movie that's out that we should go see before it's finished is Coco.
Oh yeah,
New Pixar
Yep.
flick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks
Thank you for
fucking astounding. I really want to watch that before it finishes. We should have a mandate.
Let's
Get some Maxibons.
Maximon.
I'm going to do another one.
Cocoa flavored.
I am looking forward to... Well, I was more so until I read a bit of the synopsis today, but the synopsis actually explains, like, the first 2/3 of the movie, which kind of spoiled it for me. Is its working title is God Particle, but it's the third Cloverfield movie.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I've been looking forward to this. You know, mate, I love a good sci-fi flick. You know, I think it's like there's a war on the world, and they've sent this team into space to test this new machine that's called the God Particle or whatever. And when they click it on, you know, the fucking Earth disappears, but they're still, like, in the same spot. Like, they haven't moved anywhere, but the Earth's disappeared. And then this other, because I think they're at war with Russia or something like that, and then this Russian spaceship turns up and they let them on board, and then shit gets real after that.
Right.
So, yeah, they're trying to work
crazy.
out what's actually happened. And, another sort of anthology flick in this Cloverfield universe. Because
Sounds like another bottle movie kind of thing, by the sound of it. Yeah.
I really love the first Cloverfield. That was a lot of fun. I love a good monster movie and stuff, but I fucking really... I actually really fucking adored 10 Cloverfield Lane. I really like that movie. I know you're not a big fan of the ending, Bob, where it sort of switched up genres and that, but
but
the
I mean,
first 2/3 of that fucking movie is John Goodman.
Yeah, I loved it all.
Almost, like, I reckon the 80% of that movie is great. It's just that last little chunk that really sort of threw me a bit too far. But I loved that they changed direction totally in that Cloverfield universe by, like, just throwing a different type of movie out there altogether.
I actually think it wouldn't have worked without the ending. Because, like, I was hoping to see some kind of... Because it's in the Cloverfield universe, I think they needed to have that last bit in there.
Only because it's in the Cloverfield universe, though. Like, if it,
Yeah, you're expecting some weird shit.
yeah,
I needed to see that.
it would have been very interesting if it wasn't. Like,
because if it wasn't,
nothing
it'd just be like, oh, that's just another thriller movie. You know, it'd just be like a nothing. Like, not nothing, it was a great
just
movie.
another thriller.
No, but, like, it's just like there's like another one. It needs to stay in the Cloverfield universe. I thought it needed it.
One of my favourite things about that movie was that it came out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
the first news we got about it was like 2 months before the movie was set to come out. And then we got the trailer. I'm like, holy fuck, I've got to see this movie. Yeah, and I went, I had a great time at the cinema watching that.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies that are throwing you for a curveball, New Mutants is one that I'm looking forward to this year.
For
as
sure,
well.
for sure. I think... Obviously, Infinity War's coming, but, like, straight after that, I think New Mutants is the movie that probably has me the most intrigued this year, because thank God for somebody taking a superhero movie and putting a new spin on it. Like, making a horror film that's set in the world of, like, a superhero.
Yeah.
Like, in a superheroic world.
Yeah.
Like, like in a comic book world.
We talk a lot about this sort of comic book fatigue thing, and I guess one good product of all of these superhero movies is they're starting to fucking have to
mix it up.
Mix it up.
Do you
They
think
have
it's
to.
all kind of started with like Deadpool and Logan? You know, since they've started
yeah.
to introduce
sure. Yeah,
R-rated,
absolutely.
and they're like, "Ooh, R-rated superhero stuff's really grabbing people," and it's like they love to see a bit more hardcore, darker shit. And then they're like, maybe they've got the inspiration. They're like, let's do a like horror series. Like, let's
The
just
R rating thing is like cherry on the cake kind of thing for us guys that are grown up.
Yeah.
But it's not necessary. Like,
it's kind of moving up.
you could do an MA horror movie with super mutants that like
Yeah.
just as interesting. I think the real thing is like just taking the formula and fucking with it a bit.
I think it'd be great, like, because you think about it, it'd be, if it was in real life and you found out you had some powers, you probably would have some freaky, crazy horror kind
Yeah, it
of
would
shit
be
happen around you with
Pretty
all these
horrifying experience.
unused powers that you don't even know how to use, and then whatever. They'll probably introduce all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, it'll be nuts.
It'd be interesting to see more maybe comic book movies where there is no superhero. It's more like there's a super villain, and maybe your protagonist is just a normal person trying to survive this fucking villain, you know?
Yeah.
While we're in the vein of horror movies, I sent you guys the trailer for this a little while ago. A Quiet Place with Emily Blunt and what's his name, Krasinski, her husband. It's pretty much something's happened in the world. There's this family in this house, but they can't make any sound. Like if they make any sound, there's something in the world. There's a monster or some sort of monsters or something that's drawn to them by sound. And in this trailer, it has this family like living in this house, but you know they don't speak. They communicate through sign language. When they're outside walking, they walk barefoot, but on the like walking trail and stuff, they've laid sand. So they walk on sand and stuff. So there's something going on. I just found the trailer like really intriguing and really interesting.
Sounds cool, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I've
so
watched
that's
that. I'll
that's
have to
that's
look.
one flick I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
this year.
That sounds like that one you gave me, the what's the horror movie where they're trapped in the house with the blind
Don't
guy?
Breathe.
Don't Breathe, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Similar kind of rule set.
You'll never look at a turkey based on the same way again.
You will not. I'm like, nah, I don't think I'll use that.
Yeah. All right. Do you know actually, I haven't written it on my list, but I just remembered the biggest movie I am looking forward to this year. Like, for me, this is my top favorite. It beats everything on
I
this
already
list.
know what it is.
He knows. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the new
Mine
animated
too, you bastard.
movie that Marvel are doing. I can't wait. It's going to be nuts.
I don't have it written down, but yeah, I want to see that movie.
Yeah.
That is my top fave. That'll be the best. Like, yeah. Can't
Fuck
wait.
off. Watch Baby Driver before I watch that shit.
But the animation looks absolutely insane. It's like totally different to anything. I think it just seems like something fresh and new, like the way they've done it. So
I'm super keen on that too. I wouldn't say it's my like top most anticipated thing, but it definitely, from a stylistic standpoint, it looks fucking.
I'm
in a
really
league of its own, really, for animated movies.
I'm really hoping that Mason, like my son, is old enough to go to the cinema and watch it with me. Like, if
Tell you
he's,
how shit it is.
but more like I'm hoping he's at that age where he'll actually sit still and watch the whole thing. But I kind of know if I sat him down in there, 10 minutes had passed and he'd be crawling over every seat, going up left and right because he's only 3. He would. He loves Spider-Man though, and he wants to watch that trailer at least twice a day. I have to put it on, and he's like,
Yeah,
again,
we're around
again.
your house, and he's just like, Spider-Man, again. And I'm just like, oh, Mason, you ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Hey, when's the Star Theatre opening up? Is that
Not sure. I saw an update today. They've just had new water lines put in and new tapped power.
Yep.
New power connections being put in. Hopefully it'll be soon. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm dying. I think that's something I want to do this year.
Maybe like the end of summer or something like that. But yeah, I'll definitely like probably every chance I get to go there, I'll be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we should really like make an effort to go and see some. Hopefully, they're playing a lot of old school stuff, and we can maybe do a bunch of
I'd love it.
retrospective things or something.
Yeah,
like
for
that.
sure.
That'd be
Absolutely.
really cool.
Definitely
Yeah.
down for that. Because man, Big Lebowski is still like in my top list.
That was the
fun
best movie
nights.
experience I had last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was
such
amazing.
a great night.
Yeah. That was so good.
That was
They
like
need
a
to do more
fucking
of that.
Tuesday night. That was the best Tuesday night I've ever had.
I'm surprised they haven't done more little tester nights like that. And just
Oh man, they're so busy trying to put it together. I mean,
yeah.
It's a
but I mean, when
construction site
that
down
place is done, it's going to be primo.
yeah. As
to
long
the
as it's
max.
still happening, I'll be stoked. You know, like
For sure.
Another movie I had. I'll mention a couple that I've had on my radar for this year. Predator, or is that what it's called? Predator.
The Predator.
The Predator. That is going to be really good.
That's not on my list, but yeah, I'll watch that. I'll go to the cinema and watch that.
I love anything Predator. Anything in that universe just fucking amazes me.
You are so lame.
Did you like the last one?
I did.
Predators,
2010.
We saw Predators. We went and saw it.
Yeah, that was really good for me. Even though it didn't do the greatest ratings in that, but I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun. It's a good bit of fun, that movie.
Yeah. And Tomb Raider I had on my list as well. I'm kind of keen for that because it's another video game movie that's you don't see many. The trailer didn't wow me, but I'm really intrigued. I think that'll be a good one.
Yeah, I'll let you go see it. And
not grabbing you.
You can talk about it on the show one day. I'm looking forward to Aquaman. Fuck y'all. I'm looking forward to Aquaman. That looks like fun. I really enjoyed Aquaman in Justice League, and that was directed by James Wan, Aussie boy. Pretty much hasn't put a foot wrong yet. Yeah.
I wonder if they have like a cameo of Nemo or Dory in there.
You idiot. You're such a parent. You're such a parent. Settle down.
That'll
Disney
be alright.
don't own DC.
I know, I was just taking the piss out of it, really.
If it was a Spider-Man movie, they might. But
I'm looking forward to seeing First Man by Damien Chazelle, who last directed... What did he direct? Whiplash and La La Land. Mm-hmm. So First Man is starring Ryan Gosling, and it's about the story of Neil Armstrong, his life before when he went to the moon and stuff, being the first man on the moon. And with his track record of Whiplash, which was fucking phenomenal film.
That was great.
I was very conflicted by the way, the message that movie was.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I understand, but the last 10 minutes of that movie, I was on the edge of my seat.
Me too, yeah.
Watching that.
That was nuts.
Yeah, it's a really
And I love
movie.
La La Land. Yeah, that was a sweet
That's a musical, isn't it?
That's a sweet movie.
I haven't seen it. He's never going to see it.
What's a musical, isn't it?
Is that the Ryan Gosling
Judgment,
one in that?
Judgment,
There's a
yeah.
musical?
Oh, bloody musical. Oh, they're singing and dancing, Baby Driver.
I got two more movies.
Yep.
The last movie before my most looking forward to this year, The 1517 to Paris. Now, this is Clint Eastwood's newest movie. This is based on a true story about... I'm not really versed with the actual event, but it's American soldiers on a train to Paris, and they notice some weird shit going on the train, and like a suspected bombing and stuff, and they bomb the train. Clint Eastwood has actually cast, I think it's 3 soldiers. The 3 soldiers that were on that train in real life, he's cast to play themselves in that movie.
Oh, shit.
So he's actually cast the 3 guys who were on that train in the movie to act in that movie.
That's
I'm
could be terrible.
I know, I really hope these guys
they're
don't
not
have,
actors.
don't have PTSD or something like that. It was a really
Please
hard
stop.
experience in that for them. But the movie I'm most looking forward to this year, which is out next week, is The Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really keen to see
Cannot
that.
wait to go see that next week.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I think I'm going to have to rip out Crimson Peak this week. Just in
We watched that again not long ago, yeah.
anticipation.
I think I'm going to have to watch Pans again.
Oh, man, that's a
leading up to
good
it.
watch.
Yeah,
I
bloody
love
oath that is,
movie.
yeah.
Pans?
Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, Pan's Lab. Yeah, that was great.
Come on, Pat, get on the train. Jesus.
Oh, I thought you meant Pan, that movie with Hugh Jackman and that in it. I was like, what? I was like, you threw me for a minute. I was like, what?
Yeah, The Shape of Water. Guillermo del Toro just won Golden Globe for Best Director. Hopefully, that puts him at the front runner for winning Best Director, the Academy Award. I don't know if the nominations have come out yet. I don't think they have. Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty quick to be not, because it only just came out. Yeah.
The Academy Awards are out next month, though, or on next month, and I'll sit down and watch those. I'll sit down and watch them every year.
Yep.
That's a long 3 or so hours, but yeah, I just want to watch those 5 main categories, so... I always sit down and watch that every year. Always makes me cringe, though. I feel real bad for people that get up and do speeches like they've worked for decades in the film industry, like these musicians and special effects artists and makeup artists and stuff and costume designers. They get up there and they try to say their piece and then they play the music to fuck them off the stage.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro's speech at the Golden Globes last night was really sweet. He got real emotion. He got a bit emotional and stuff and that, and he was talking about monsters and stuff, or he fell in love with monsters and that. And it was just real great. I'm just real glad to see him get his due.
Did you see...
One of my top 3 favourite directors of all time.
That happened. That music thing happened to that Life of Pi guy. Remember that when they won it for the best visual effects that year or something, and then their studio was fucking closed down because they went bankrupt basically because of not being paid properly or whatever. And then he's doing the speech on stage, and they fucking cut the music off halfway through his speech. And
I remember that.
Nasty. Yeah.
Did you see? Was that last night at the Golden Globes one? James Franco's one for the Disaster Artist.
Yeah, Tommy Wiseau. He called Tommy Wiseau up on stage, and Tommy went to grab the mic. He's like, "Oh no!" He pushed him away.
He didn't let him talk.
Yeah.
Probably a smart choice. I don't know.
No, I read what he was going to say. He was just like, he's what he was going to say because they asked him backstage. It was pretty much. It was like, it took a long time, and but he plugged the room in it. He's like, see the room, and he's like, he's like, dreams do come true. He said it may take a while, but he's like, dreams do come true. And I saw the limo, like Greg Sestero. I looked at his Instagram, and on the limo they had where they were going to the Golden Globes, they just had posters for the room, like all over the limo. They're still plugging it everywhere they go. Everything they do, they still plug the room. Yeah.
Now you've had a bit of time, like, because you literally, like, with the last episode, you watched The Disaster Artist the day before, and then you called it as your movie of the last year. You're still standing by it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
It was just really, really sweet movie. About, friendship and stuff. Like Franco said, it's a movie about friendship. Like, all the stuff making in the room and that, but all the, between Tommy and Greg. I know it is, like, somewhat fictionalized and whatever, but, I really love that movie. And I love James Franco's performance in that. It was really good, yeah.
So keen to go watch that.
If The Shape of Water was out, that definitely would have been my movie of the year. I haven't even seen it. But... You want to move on to some TV?
Yeah, sure.
Can I just mention two more movies?
No, you can't! Nope.
I just had, did I mention Wreck-It Ralph 2?
No one's going to watch that.
Jurassic World 2. I'm really keen for that.
Fuck you. Excuse me.
I love me some dinosaurs, so I'm keen for Jurassic World 2.
I'm just not wowed by that movie at all.
Oh, yeah. And Halloween, actually, because I'm actually really excited for that because we got the original... what's her name? She's back.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. She's back. She's back, and I love it when they do that, and I want to see that.
Nick Castle, who was the co-writer for Escape from New York and a few other films and that with John Carpenter, who's a mate of John Carpenter. He actually played Michael Myers in the first Halloween film. He's coming back to play Michael Myers again in this movie.
Cool.
Nice and Ricky.
Yeah. So he's coming back to play in silence. So I'm gonna throw out some TV that I'm looking forward to this year. Altered Carbon. We talk about this on the last couple episodes.
Yeah, that looks great.
Starts on Netflix next month, February 2nd or 3rd. Woo! Definitely. I'm looking forward to Waco. About what was it? The sort of siege on the I don't know the guy's name, on the compound. He's like a semi-extremist religious nut in Waco, Texas, but it all went to shit. But I really want to watch it because of like the cast and that Michael Shannon's in it. He plays like an FBI agent or a top cop or sheriff or whatever in that. Taylor Kitsch is in it as well. He plays the main protagonist dude. They're calling it like his breakout performance. Like this is gonna like bump him into the stratosphere.
Right.
Lost in Space, the new Netflix series, that'll be fun.
Wow.
Castle Rock, looking forward to that. The Stephen King series based around Castle Rock, the town, and all the Stephen King stuff. Titans, the Teen Titans show, Robin and everything. That looks like a bit of fun. Bob, you're gonna hate this because you hated the first season, but I'm looking forward to season 2 of Santa Clarita Diet.
Fuck off.
Is that Drew Barrymore one in that?
Yeah, I really liked...
I haven't seen it. No.
I really liked Timmy Oliphant in that show. He was just so funny. Who knew he was so funny? Watching him in Dead and stuff. Yeah.
Fucking hated him. What a cheeseball.
And my last two, The Witcher, obviously. Hopefully we get that this year.
Yeah.
But one series I heard about not that long ago, which I'm looking forward to, is called The Terror. Now, The Terror is based on, it's based on a historical horror novel from 2007, and it's based on Sir John Franklin, his Arctic expedition through the Northwest Passage, through like the polar ice caps and stuff. The ship and that where they went missing. So this is actually based off these fictionalized historical book, but it's a horror book. So like, it's based on this crew that's trapped. Like they're become ice locked, and it says here, resulting in the loss of the entire crew in the terror. There's also disease, starvation, cannibalism, and then the matter of the survivors being stalked across the Arctic by a monster. I'm like, fuck yes, sign me up. Yeah,
Sounds
so
good.
I'm keen for that. That sounds really cool. The Terror, that's called. Wouldn't mind tracking down the book of that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nice.
Anything else? Television? Boys, tell me.
I didn't really think of television, but is there going to be Westworld season 2 or? Because
I said that in the car. The first thing I said was Westworld season 2. Paddle said.
I've been waiting. Is that going to happen or?
Yeah, that'll be out. That'll be out. I think it's in March or May.
Cool.
March or April, I think.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm keen for. And yeah, no Game of Thrones, so that's it for me. But
There's only, I agree with most of all of that.
yeah,
And there's only one TV show you need to really watch this year, and it's the one I've been fucking working on all last year. So, Nate is Late is the cartoon series that I've been working on.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not sure when this year it's going to drop, but it should be out at some stage. I think in Australia it might be Channel 10 or maybe 9 who's got it.
yeah, nice.
Can't be sure, but
Definitely have to check that out.
yeah, if you got kids, they'll love it. It's about a little schoolboy that's and his friend Nate and Malika, and they're always going to school, but they're always late for some reason, and it's because something happens, like aliens invade Earth, or they stumble into an ancient ruin or something. So yeah, each episode is pretty fun. But
Awesome.
yeah,
Sounds cool.
dying to see it on TV.
Yeah.
Finished.
I bet you're excited about that.
Because I
That'd
only
be
ever
awesome.
see it in snippets. I'm animating scenes.
Yeah.
And I see like 2 or 3 second snippets at a time
That's
for
in
like
the final
a
cut.
week.
Yeah, yeah,
So to finally see the whole episode stitched together.
yeah.
There's my 3 seconds.
Yeah, up there.
Yeah, cool. I'll watch that.
Yeah.
You forgot to mention the Rocko's Modern Life movie coming out this year.
Yes. Yep. I'm definitely
For sure,
down for that.
for sure. I really want to get that comic. I really want to get my hands on that comic series. Yeah.
Yeah. My little brother's got a couple of issues sitting there waiting for me, so dying to give it a read, and maybe I'll talk about it eventually when I get my hands on it.
Wicked. I'm just going to mention a couple of comic series I'm looking forward to this year. Batman Last Night, the sort of Batman Mad Max kind of crossover I talked about last year.
Yep.
And I just ordered the trade paperback of it. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to talk about it on the show at some stage. Shirtless Bear Fighter, which is about a guy that was raised in the forest by bears, but then the bears betray him, and he just roams around the forest fighting bears and eating flapjacks. But then the bears start to move into the popularized, like, human city or whatever. And then it's up to Shirtless Bear Fighter to get in there and punch all the bears in the face and save the day. It's an Image comic, so I'm looking forward to it maybe having a little bit of edge to it. So
Yeah, nice.
That sounds like a real fun read, real colourful fun read.
A little bit homophobic.
So has anybody got any?
that out?
Yeah. Video games.
Yeah, I got heaps.
Hit me.
All right, yep. Well, probably one of my, I'd say my most anticipated would be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
PS4.
Yeah, right.
Oh, come on, you're supposed to be a big Spider-Man fan.
Spidey's on mine too.
I didn't write it down because everyone else was going to have it.
It's going to be the best. I can't wait. It just looks amazing. Red Dead 2 is definitely almost my top favorite.
Absolute.
I still think Spider-Man is going to be...
Fuck off.
No way! You didn't just say that.
I will probably... Red Dead would last a lot longer.
You would play. I saw Insomniac and that are currently testing the game, in house.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they're like, somebody tweeted and they said they played the game and to get through it, it took them like a good 3, 4, 5 days of playing it like flat out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I could play that flat out for probably a week or so, casually flat out, and get through that. I can play Red Dead for 12 months.
Yeah, it's like a Batman game. You play Batman Arkham a couple of weeks when you get it. You get through it. Maybe
Or you get through it
you'll give
100% in 4 days like I did.
Yeah. And maybe, you play it a second time, but something like Red Dead, that's like a fucking
But if you guys probably...
150-hour game.
You probably remember me, Bobby, way back in the pad when last time I had a good Spider-Man game to swing around in. Even when I'm done with the game, I just treat it like GTA. I just want to swing around the city and do that for like the next 3 months. Just muck around in it.
You are a bit of a fucking weirdo.
That's me. I'll get through the game easy, like in a week.
That's why he's still playing GTA so much.
Yeah.
And then I don't even care about that. My main fun with it is just to play with it after and just swing around. Like I just love that.
I reckon we just plant a tree in his backyard, get a rope.
And you can just hang off it.
It'll be done for life. It'll never go anywhere.
But I had Red Dead 2. That's definitely that's really good. Far Cry 5 I'm actually interested in. I think that's going to be I think that's a good take in it, like just the whole American vibe on it.
I haven't touched any Far Cries since 3.
Yeah.
I wanted to play the other 2, but I just never got my
I played 4
hands on them.
and I got Primal. But Primal doesn't really appeal to me, so it's still sitting on the shelf. I've got Far Cry written here as well, and underneath it, in brackets, I've written intrigued. I'm intrigued by Far Cry 5.
I
Me
kind
too.
of hope that
I'll
they
play it.
strip the fucking over-the-top Ubisoft UI out of it. If they take all the shit off the maps and the fucking text and blah, 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 and just make the game with as minimal, like, HUD shit on screen at once, I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah,
But
that was annoying.
I think that's what put me off Primal was like, it's supposed to be a caveman game, and there's fucking icons and shit everywhere. Like
That was one of the best games to incorporate the HUD into the actual character was Dead Space. Because all you had to do was look at Isaac's back and his weapon, and you could see everything you needed to know. You had the stasis bar, you had your health bar, which was in the spine of his suit,
It's a good
and you
idea.
had the weapon counter on his gun, like the ammo counter. And that's all you needed to know.
that's it.
I had I also had an Anthem on there. That just looks really interesting to
Yeah,
me.
I've got
like the
Anthem.
jetpacks and stuff.
I'm optimistically cautious about... or cautiously optimistic, I should say, rather, for Anthem. I love mech games and flying around, and
I am excited. I found out today that the guy who wrote bloody Mass Effect 1 and 2 is writing the story for this. So that's pretty promising because Mass Effect 1 and 2 are fucking great stories. Like,
And I also heard, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I'm not sure if it's legit or not because I didn't watch the rumor. I only saw the heading and watched the first minute or so. But apparently in Anthem now, because obviously it probably would have been loot box heavy, but now there's a confirmed rumor that it's just going to be cosmetic stuff available in Anthem. So everything else you can get in-game, but anything else is cosmetic. So maybe you could buy like different looking armor that doesn't, maybe do anything, or just different skins or something like that. It's meant to be
super
cosmetic.
That shit,
Especially after Battlefront 2. For sure.
Yeah, nice.
Hit me with more Patrick Brown.
I might as well just read the rest of
Read them all, mate. I want to know.
Get 'em out.
So I got God of War. I can't wait
for sure.
I'm fucking dying to play
that. I've played them all. I love them all. And
I just want to see a fucking God of War game where Kratos isn't yelling all the time.
They've gone
Norse mythology. Like,
fuck
yes. Like,
They've
that's
really
gonna be awesome.
It's definitely
And
like
it looks more soulsy. The combat looks more fucking Dark Souls.
I'm really looking forward to throwing around that ice axe.
the graphics are amazing too. Like, went real. I don't know why it reminds me of like The Last of Us or something. Like they've gone more serious and grounded. They like brought it right down, but still, he's still like powers and stuff.
Please, no fucking escort missions though. For God's sake, I fucking hate escort missions. Every time I think of an escort mission, I just think of Resident Evil 4, where you had to. Oh god, I don't even want to talk about it.
And I had Last of Us 2. Obviously, that's going to be a massive one this year.
Yeah, if it's out this year, I don't think.
Oh, you don't reckon?
I don't reckon it'll be out this year. I reckon it'll be out next year. Honestly, they've tentatively got 2018 on it.
I assume,
but I reckon it'll be pushed back to next year.
They've gone super early with their trailers, then, haven't they? Like, it's crazy. To release it like a year and a half early or something.
I don't know. Well, they've been working on it for like the last 3 years or whatever. But for sure. I think they might end up pushing it into the beginning of next year.
The trailer came out like a year before this one, didn't it? The one with Ellie sitting around playing guitar.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's just been ages. Like, and I had Days Gone. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen as much as I probably would have liked to for that game so far, but.
I think I saw some cool gameplay footage on that one. It looked really good. This one, I'm really excited just because the graphics are amazing. Detroit Become Human. No, hang on. Sorry, I'm thinking of Metro Exodus.
Yeah, for sure.
Metro Exodus, because it's looked almost photorealistic. The gameplay trailer was just like,
Metro, yeah, I'm fucking dying to play that game. I love the other two Metro games.
that's going to scare the hell out of me.
Have you played Metro Last Light?
No, I haven't actually. I've seen a lot on it, and it looked really good too.
It's
I've played
on sale every fucking
Yes.
second.
You can
For
get
like $5 or $7.
you can get both games for like $11.
Yeah,
Go
nice.
and fucking play Last Light. You'll love it. Metro 2033 is a bit long in the tooth. Still pretty good, but Last Light is a fucking solid, really, really good game. And go and play that before Exodus comes out, because it is great.
While we're on
nice.
games, Patrick, do you still have Assassin's Creed Origins?
Yeah, I do.
Can I borrow that off you?
Yeah, you can.
Do you still have No Man's Sky? Because I kind of want to go back and play that now that it's been patched.
I think I might have traded it when I got one, because I never
lame.
touched it.
Lame.
I
want to read a game.
Yeah, go for
It's
it.
out the end of this month. Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
all over that.
I was looking at that.
The style of that looks fucking really cool.
Looks
Yeah,
just like the
hell
show,
yeah.
doesn't it? Looks
It's
really
out in week after next.
good.
Yeah, so expect us to talk about that game in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I reckon I
definitely
might
get that. Pat,
probably
you'll be
get it.
bringing a controller around. We're playing two-player.
Yeah.
I'll be fucking Goku powering up. I love it.
That'd be really good.
I love me some Dragon Ball Z.
I just
And
did
that
me
game
some
just looks
fucking-
great.
Yeah, I just did some bloody Dragon Ball Z fan art a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Plug.
That was awesome.
Bobby Baxter, tell me some games, mate, and I'll go
Alright.
through some more.
What have we got here? All right, here's one that you
That's
guys...
one, Gym 3.
No.
If
what?
only. If only.
Here's one that you guys might not have is The Last Night. Have you heard of this?
No.
No.
Interesting fucking... You should almost pull it up. It's like... Basically like a 2D... I wouldn't say point and click, but it's kind of like a 2D action adventure sort of game. But it looks like fucking Blade Runner with pixel art.
All right.
Like, it looks fucking... You guys will love the shit out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think it's coming on Xbox.
It's got Steam here as well.
Yeah, probably Steam and Xbox, but it looks fucking amazing.
The Last Night is set in a post-cyberpunk world with a deep, vibrant vision of the future.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
Cool.
pretty sick. Holy fuck, that looks good.
Awesome.
I'll pull up a trailer.
Yeah, it looks
While
good.
you're doing that, I'm going to run through a few games. I have Far Cry 5 on here, but Agony. I don't know if you've seen this like on Facebook and that. Have you seen this game? Agony?
No.
It's a first-person horror game where you're in hell, and you're trapped in hell. You're like a tormented soul, and you have to make your way through hell. I think you're trying to find I think she's the Red Empress or something like that who rules hell. You have to like make your way through. It's kind of like think of like Alien Isolation, but you're in hell. And you've got to like sneak past demons and
nice.
shit and knock other stuff and that out and torture souls. It's real like kind of fucked up, like super horror-y.
Yeah.
You do have weapons and stuff and that, but sometimes it's like smarter to sneak your way through, kind of do The Last of Us and sneak your way through without having to get into combat. Yeah, it looks really good. Agony, it's called.
Yeah, nice.
I think that's out in April. That's out, I think.
Yeah, cool.
I've also got God of War, obviously, Days Gone. But the only other game I had on here was Biomutant. Now, I was intrigued by the design of the main character. It's kind of like this raccoon knight. It's almost like kind of Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, like sort of art house design kind of thing. Gameplay in that wasn't terribly hot in the first trailer and stuff and that, but hopefully they buff that out by the time the final product comes around. But yeah, that's a game that has me intrigued.
The little cinematic thing they released at E3 looked really good. But, yeah, the gameplay so far that I've seen is like, I don't know. Yeah, wait and see for that one. I'm kind of optimistic. Yeah, I knew Paddy would like this this footage of The Last Night.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking really, really cool.
There's a game I was going to bring up. I mentioned it before, but I don't think you guys caught on. The one called Detroit Become Human. You heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the new, what's his name, Cage game who did Heavy Metal and Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain and
Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, yeah. Jason!
I love those kind of those games. Yeah, they just really get me, them ones. So I'm looking forward to that one because it's like, have you seen much on it? There's like one scene on the trailer or it was a bit of gameplay footage where you basically, I think it's like a little bit futuristic and there's like people have drones in their house that are kind of like maids and things. You know, they kind of help them around the house, and
Like
they're,
Fallout.
They're basically a robot, yeah, but they look kind of human.
Yeah.
They're basically like synths, and they and there's like this one setting where it's in an abusive environment in the house, and there's like the father is beating the daughter, and this drone or the synthetic woman who's just a housemaid sees all this stuff, and I think you play as her, and you have to choose what to do. Do you help stop or help? You know,
Do you sort of turn against your master,
turn
or
away,
do you like
and everything has
push against your program?
has consequences, and they're like whatever direction that takes. And there's
Choose
so
your own
many different
adventure.
ways to play the game, and there's lots of different outcomes, and I love those kind of games.
I've got to be honest, like, I liked Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Souls was okay, but I'm not really jazzed for this game at all.
Oh,
like,
really?
If it's great, I'll probably give it a go. I'll probably lend it off you and have a go of it, but I don't think it's a game I'll probably rush out and buy, if I'm totally honest.
I was the same off the footage they released it. I think it was E3 as well this year, and I was sort of like,
I think there's like
Take
where
it or
he's
leave
holding
it.
her hostage with a gun to her head or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
and you're trying to like hostage negotiate and
You
talk
gotta
your way
talk your way
out
out
of it
of
and
it,
stuff.
yeah.
And it didn't.
I'm sure it might come out all right.
Yeah, I'm
but,
sure
yeah.
it might be fine, but I'm not.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
David
chomping at the
Cage.
bit
David
for it.
Cage is his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Not. It's not on my radar, really. No,
Yeah.
not like Dragon Ball Fighters.
What about bloody Death Stranding? Now that
Oh yeah. I don't
only
even know what to think about
just
that
watched the 8-minute trailer for that about a week ago.
Yeah.
I finally watched
too.
it.
freaking weird is that
It's
shit?
nuts. I don't even know what to think of it.
No, I don't know.
It's hard to get excited for because I don't know what it's going to be. It's like I'm like, what is this? I will play it. I'm going to play it.
Oh
but-
yeah, I'll get it for sure,
Yeah.
and
But-
I'll play it. But
yeah, it's hard to get excited.
I can't interpret what and Guillermo del Toro's in it and that as well.
Yeah.
I can't make sense of anything I'm seeing.
Mads.
Did you watch IGN release the first 5 minutes of the single player campaign for Metal Gear Survive yesterday? Did you watch that?
No. Any good?
If it wasn't a Metal Gear game, if it didn't have Metal Gear on it, it might be interesting. If it was just called Survive and they didn't have anything related to Metal Gear Mother Base or anything like that, but I don't know, it's kind of interesting, maybe? I don't know. It's really... I don't know if it's going to be a clusterfuck or it's going to be half decent or it's going to be good.
I bet.
I
do you
feel like
reckon-
I may have saw a snippet of 3 seconds of someone swinging a stick or something.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It looked like fucking Dead Rising or something.
You can build your own base and stuff. There's this scene where the zombie dudes are chasing him and he hangs off a cliff and he materializes these grates that are real slippery in front of them. They run on them and they slip on them and they go straight off the cliff.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to take it because
Do you
I
think
don't
it'll-
know.
It'll probably turn a lot of Metal Gear fans away, won't
I
it?
don't
Because
know.
it's just not Metal Gear. It's
Yeah, I'm the Metal Gear guy through and through, and this
Yeah.
game doesn't if somebody out there wants me to send us a free copy to review or whatever, sure, we'd be more than happy to do that. But I don't think I really want to go out and buy it. Maybe when it's on the bargain shelf, but yeah, I don't know. It'll probably come out and get 10 out of 10 for all I fucking know, but I don't know. We'll have to wait another month or two and find out.
That style of game, it's not really for me. I find it's like that. It's almost like tower defense becomes third person tower defense or something. Build a base and get it attacked constantly and.
I don't like that game.
There's wormholes and
Nah,
shit.
me
You
either.
can bring shit in from other dimensions or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's what Metal Gear games are fucking way out there, but this is too far out there. This
Yeah.
is beyond 2000 out there.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Australian
weird.
television reference.
Yeah.
I think that's it from me, boys.
I've got Sea of Thieves. I'm looking forward to
On
that.
Xbox.
Yeah.
That looks interesting.
Open world
Real
pirate.
piratey game.
Oh, yeah.
And a little bit toony as well.
Yeah, it looks a bit fun,
It's
yeah.
kind of like Fable meets Pirates by the
One
look of it.
fucking pirate game I loved on PS1 was Overboard. Did you ever play Overboard?
No.
You had
No.
these little cartoony pirate ships, and you could pick different weapons and that, and you just sail around the oceans. You have to attack other ships and shit, and shoot them with cannons, and that was a real fun little game to play. Overboard, it was called. Yeah, it was a fun game. We had the demo for that in one of the PlayStation magazines or whatever. When you used to buy the magazine, you got the demo. It had 6 demos on it or whatever. You could play. Just had this big stack of demo discs, like everyone did.
Awesome.
Yeah. I had State of Decay 2. That looks like a good zombie game.
Yeah. Maybe give that a go.
Yeah, I'll
Maybe.
probably give that a go. I like a good zombie game.
PUBG. It's already out. Yeah.
Didn't they say it's kind of like The Walking Dead, but in a game? So if
Kind of,
the
yeah.
show was in a game. Yeah.
But who watches the fucking Walking Dead anymore?
I do. I just got back onto it.
He texted me the
I'm
other
watching
night. He's
the
like,
latest season.
I'm watching your favourite show at the minute, mate. The Walking Dead. And I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah. It's actually pretty good. I'm enjoying it. I'm hooked again.
Yeah, I got to pick it up again. I'm part way through the last season.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The whole Negan stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've fallen behind
I'm at
over Christmas and shit.
This is the newer season and it's still doing the Negan stuff, but I think we're at the arse end of it. I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good, though.
Kill them all.
Give us some bloody light, Paddy. It's gotten fucking dark in this room.
It is. I can't even see you, mate.
Anyway, that's it, I think. I think we might wrap it up, eh?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's
Oh,
out in like 3 weeks.
Oh, really?
3.5 weeks,
Yeah.
I think. I think it's like 6th of February, 2nd or 6th of February.
I actually think
It's very bloody soon.
that'd be good, though.
There was I was meant to send it to you guys the other day. There was a comparison video comparing PS1 to PS3
Yeah.
and PS4 graphics.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm.
I'll find it shortly. I'll send it to you.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
All right, I think we might wrap it up.
Yep.
Anyone
To mix
else?
it up.
Anyone else got some fucking games out there? Let us know.
Yeah,
What
for
have we missed?
sure.
What have we missed?
Yeah, what
for
have
sure,
we
for
missed?
I probably just fucked up your ending there, didn't
No,
I?
that was good. No, that was good. Feel free to jump in. Yeah, mix it up. Bob's going to jump in and ask a question. Yeah, any games, movies, comics, TV out there we don't know about, you might think we might be interested in. You want to know our opinion on this bloody movie. Maybe you're disappointed that Bad Boys 3 is not coming.
I am. And tell us who you want
One person on planet Earth.
and tell us who you want cast as Geralt. We'd
Yeah,
love to hear that.
tell us some fan casting for Geralt. If
Yeah.
you're a Witcher fan, you're out there, you played any of the Witcher
Yeah.
games, read the books or whatever,
Let us know.
tell us who you'd
Paddy
like.
might even do a Photoshop job of...
I
for
will.
sure. Yeah.
I will actually. I'm going to do a Photoshop job of Jamie Lannister as him.
Can you do the
I'm
True
gonna
Blood
do that.
guy as well? The Skarsgård guy?
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll do that when I get
Take
home.
a screenshot of him from Tarzan and yeah.
I'll do it when I get home, and I'll give it to you. You can put
Add
it up.
some
You can put
scars
it up.
onto him and shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, we might wrap it up. To mix it up, Bobby Baxter, where can they find you online? You can go first. 2018.
Ooh, www.bobbybaxter.com. I feel like I'm a bit out of practice. Bobby Baxter cartoons on Facebook and Instagram, and Bobby Baxter on Twitter, and
Twitter.
just search around and you'll find me eventually. And many other Bobby Baxters out there too.
Patrick Brown.
Actually, I'm also on Twitter. I realise.
Oh!
I don't use it a lot.
Send in some tweets.
I'm tweeting the
Give me a
teens.
tweet.
If any teens want to tweet Patrick Brown,
I don't actually know my username,
retweet.
But yeah.
I think it's at Patrick Brown 1 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's because I did it way back, like when Twitter first came out. Like,
That's his handle.
What about your Snapchats?
yeah, Snapchat. Yeah, I am on Snapchat.
You want to get some real mundane Snapchats from
Yeah,
around? Just
search
have
for
him
me
on
on there, and I'll send you something.
See
Hey,
him like on the toilet with his dog poking its paws under the door. And
oh, that does happen. Yeah.
many videos of him just like eating random bits of food and going, "Oh, look at that!"
Oh, I'm hungry. But no, you can find me on my official website, patrickbrownart.com. So you can go on there and check it out. And Facebook, go on there. You can find me at Patrick Brown Art on Facebook. And DeviantArt, deviantart.com/Patrick Brown. Check out the gallery.
And if you want to find the Bearded Geeks online, same as always, you can go to Facebook at facebook.com/BeardedGeeksPod. If you want to listen to the show, you can find us on SoundCloud and iTunes, where you can also download the show to take with you on the bloody go. And you can also find us on YouTube. Give the video a like, it'll really help us out. And please subscribe, just so you don't miss anything in 2018. We've got a lot of stuff coming up in the year. I made a New Year's resolution yesterday. I'm trying to get on the social medias a bit more, try to tweet a bit more, try to get on Instagram a bit more, because they're a bit bare at the moment. It's just all this stuff takes so much time, and I only have so much time in my day. But yeah, I'm going to try and make a bit more of an effort to get on Twitter a bit more, maybe do some polls or just tweet some boring, pointless shit about my ideas when I'm watching movies and stuff. And
So hassle
Like
him
the-
because he'll have his eyes on it all day.
that's it. Like the other day where I found a old Facebook post from about 3 years ago where after I watched the Taken trilogy, I was pretty much convinced that Brian Mills could have been Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins. The Taken trilogy could have been a prequel to Batman Begins, and Brian Mills could have been Ra's al Ghul.
Sounds about right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
If you want to find us on Instagram, search for The Bearded Geeks. We're on Twitter If you want to buy a t-shirt, you can go to tpublic.com. And at the end of the episode, to give a massive shout out to our number one fan, Sam, who actually made us a sweet calendar for the Beard Cave. It's got all the different superhero logos and that for every month of the year. We got the Flash, we got Superman, we got Venom on my birthday month, which is August, if you want to know.
All hand drawn.
All hand drawn. So massive thanks to Sam. Thanks, buddy.
Legend.
Best in the world.
Stole my word.
So, from all of us here in the Beard Cave 2018, we want to thank everyone for listening. Please remember to subscribe, and we'll see you all next week for our all new content on the Bearded Geeks.
Hey.
Hey!
Don't forget Mike Raffone.
In a world.
Microphone.
Starring Microphone.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you all next week.
See ya. Hey.